Alright, I think we're back, I think.
I could probably buy the other 6, but do I feel like doing that right now? Nah.
Okay, I think we're back.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, that was weird. Piece of shit. Alright. Oh, really annoying. Pirate software attempts bad joke of blaming majors.
Nightmare that I pulled Diamond indicated my whole group.
Yeah, that's a horrible nightmare. I would not want that.
That's it. Like 3 times in a row. I can't stop dreaming about it.
Don't worry.
Go
Bring a mage and they'll blame them instead. It won't be your fault.
The nightmare that I
Oh my
pulled
God.
Diamond.
Bro. Pirate software doesn't believe in self-reflection. Thank you for the subscription. I don't know what happened there. My stream died for a second. Wasn't keeping a close enough eye on it.
I feel like anyone else in my position would feel the same. So the people who are... It's blown out of proportion. Little self-reflection and attitude and tone would go a long way. I gave a shit about that at first, and I don't give a shit about it at all now. Like, at this point, we've gotten thousands of bans in the chat. We have bots hitting the chat. We have real people hitting the chat. We've received hundreds of death threats. We've gotten 2 SWAT...
Hundreds of death threats. Bro.
attempts so far. And I really don't give a shit how people feel at this point. And I feel like anyone else in my position would feel the same. So the people who are trying to do this for content, the ones that want to do this as a content play, which is quite a lot of streamers, I don't have any respect for them. And I never...
Womp womp, pussy. Pirate software gets into new raid, offers baffling advice as guild members watch on
Twitter who...
To elaborate on what's...
Oh my God. Fucking, I love fucking Twitter bullshit. Where was I?
Before, which is if I blink immediately and then counterspell Magistrate Bartholus, we can kill him here.
Oh.
What?
It is doable. I have done it before, but then you gotta kill him with the other mobs.
Okay, as soon as I open the gate or something?
Would you guys want to try that?
I mean, buffed out of my mind, so...
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm fucking down. My AoE's fucking shit, so...
Yeah, I don't...
Alright, what does it happen as soon as I open the gate?
Yes.
So you would count it down.
Alright, opening up the gate in 3, 2...
Got boss and the other mobs now as well now.
Yeah.
Is this a bad idea? Even in normal WoW? Why would you try it in hardcore? He used to work for Blizzard, don't you know? Pirate is reporting content creators to Twitch.
Against TOS, what is against TOS is organizing hate raids on the platform, which is what a number of these other content creators have done live on stream while admitting that they're doing it specifically for content, that they're doing it so that they want to cause beef with me as a streamer so that they can get it for content in OnlyFans, and how to position themselves to cause those types of arguments to happen. So
oh no, you receiving bad coverage from people on Twitch equal hate rating or whatever? Wow. You're so weak, little bro.
since it was all done live on stream, we've reported that to Twitch. That's it, right? You're not supposed to do that. It's against TOS. Don't be a piece of shit. Basic stuff, dude. Basic shit. Against TOS.
Pirate Software concludes that OnlyFans is a content guild based on hate.
Have a villain. They want to have an enemy. They want to. And a lot of it was from a rogue that was bitching the entire time about every goddamn thing that was going on except for his own play. But the mage is the one at fault because the mage is the hero class and the mage has to do everything perfectly. Everyone in that played badly. The
okay. Jesus Christ. He's such a wretch. I think that's one of the ones included. XQC hosts the roasts of Pirate Software.
That's going to be on you, bud.
Chat, you guys, I don't know what that means, chat.
Yeah, I'm not interested in listening to him. This guy just read a troll dono on stream and responded seriously as if he's not crashing the fuck out. It's never been more all over for Maldavius Figtree.
Because they feel
I am often gaslighted by management and somehow always yielding to the pressure and admitting to a mistake I never did.
okay.
I was super impressed with how you stood your ground against relentless bullshit thrown at you from other toxic communities.
Yep.
You did nothing wrong, you knew it, and you stood your ground. How I can build up the same level of mental resilience like you.
I think the biggest thing.
Bro, that's so obviously a fucking troll. What the fuck? No way.
Thing, man, is a lot of people will cave because they feel like caving is going to make the ridicule and bullshit stop. It doesn't. If you know that you are correct, if you feel that you're right in the way that you do things, just own it.
I am often gaslighted.
Bro, he fell for the fucking troll. He's so dumb. Oh, and then one of the funniest part is someone made a diss track.
Guardfinger steps in at Swarm the Hall, but where's the mage, yo? He dipped from it all. Out of mana! He cried, but the logs don't lie. Mana gem ready, Archmage's robe nearby. No blizzard to save, no Nova to freeze. Just a roach on the loose, dodging death with ease. The group screaming help, but he's already out. That's Pirates hardcore, just blink and peace out. He's the Blink King, yeah, the
And so, after all of his bullshittery about the incident, Mr. Pirate Software is kicked from the guild.
What am I reading? Pirate got kicked? Oh my god! Why? Should we summon everyone to the drama channel? Everyone to the drama channel! We need to react fast. What am I reading?
Soda Poppin explains, yes, I made the decision to kick Pirate. I felt a large majority of people in the guild felt uncomfortable playing or being around him, and all that drama that surrounded him at this point. Even though some people may not have felt that way, a lot did. After seeing some clips today from him quadrupling down, or I don't know what number we're on at this point, I think I'm making the right decision, but still I feel bad. Try to just let this whole thing slide into forgetfulness and move on, in my opinion. Stay safe, gamers. What's this? We received hundreds of messages like these. Alright, I've always thought most death threats were exaggerated for sympathy. But I guess I just can't imagine wasting my time doing this, so I just assumed it was fake. Kind of crazy people waste their times on this. It's been this, but hundreds a day on top of thousands of meme posts. Shit's gonna go way too far and everyone thinks it's content. It is content. Cool way to handle it. Well done, OnlyFangs. OnlyFangs guild members are currently in a 100-person Discord call reacting to the news. Oh, is that coming through on there? Hold on. Oops, crap.
Morning, he said he had no respect for the creators who make a bunch of negative content, but then also streamed with Asmongold in the same day. I just want to say this morning, he said he had no respect for the creators who make a bunch of negative content, but then also streamed with Asmongold in the same day.
Ooh, his stream Asmongold.
No,
I see.
Asmongold is a very wholesome
positive,
guy.
huh?
Has
Yeah.
nothing negative to say.
None of us are going to say anything there. That was
Asmon is a great guy.
Yo, Zico, what are you
Best
eating
guy.
on your
I
stream
love
over there?
Asmongold. He has a lot of viewers.
Hang on.
Apple slices. What about you?
Yeah, did you hear about the news that apparently said fuck Tyler 1 and fuck Soda Pop?
Yeah, but did he really make it big?
I heard something about that. I heard a rumor about that.
'Cause, I mean,
Ooh, there's
I
a new
streamed
Savage
with you.
drop
True.
11 minutes doing the rounds, you know.
His gift jumps in call and makes it about himself, complains about Reddit hate.
Statement I've heard today.
Why?
Because who gives a shit about Reddit?
Just
Have you ever
makes
gotten
it
hate in your
like
life?
I don't really know
Hmm,
why that's making any sort of news.
True.
Yeah.
Have you
Not
ever gotten
something-
really hate, serious hate? I don't think there's anyone in this call that's gotten serious hate but me. You don't know what it's like.
I don't know about that one. I
Yeah.
disagree with Asmon a lot on his stream.
Serious hate is tough. Yeah.
It's tough. It's not. You don't know what it's like. I'm telling you. For me, they said Miss Kid sucks is the reason why they left.
That's crazy.
Bro, it's Reddit. You only give Reddit as much power as you're willing to give it. Fuck off. Pirates mods are working overtime. Perma banning everyone, even emotes in offline chat. That's crazy, bro. Remaining guild members share one nice thing about Pirate Software.
one nice thing about him as he exits. So I'll start.
He's already out.
I'll start.
Very
I really liked his enchants. Okay, Summit, you next.
Me?
That one nice thing, huh?
He ran with great strides.
Love that. Love that. Zico?
I like that he gave out food and portals to the people near the exit.
And piss water.
I'm saying something. Fuck it.
There's no way.
Give me the fucking stick.
Oh my god.
Can
I go next?
You guys are
savages,
bro.
I'm
going next. Screw this.
I'm glad he made Pika look not so bad as a roach.
Damn. Lakari takes credit for getting pirate kicked. He's like a...
I will take responsibility. I saw the post on LSF. Or, well, someone linked it to me. One of my friends was like, dude, this guy is actually out of his mind. I saw what
Hey, there's worse things to have credit for.
I was kind of like, I messaged Soda. I was like, we gotta talk to this guy. I didn't even say I didn't say we had to kick him. I literally was like, we gotta talk to this guy. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with him, but he can't be acting like this.
Lakari calls pirate software a little pussy ass bitch.
First.
Yo, fuck Pirate Software, he's a
Oh my
bitch! Little pussy ass bitch! Fuck him!
Damn.
Hey,
Okay, welcome. That's Lakari.
Now, what makes you all thinking it? We were all thinking it.
Little pussy ass bitch!
Calm down.
Damn, that's kind of based. Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god, what is all this? Response to Daimo. 10,000 messages berating me. So what do you do in this situation? You start reporting and banning people. We took the 10,000 attack accounts and reported them up for the organized hate raid that it is. So this, I kept running with the guild and kept doing dungeons with people. Got my UBRS key, had runs, and they were fun. The idea that you wouldn't fight back or do anything to defend yourself was absurd. No one said you couldn't do that. I can't believe he writes fucking essays. It's so annoying. What's this?
Do anything with you other than other people that also.
Ah, yes. And then I guess the final thing to cap it off will be this. Maldavius Figtree joined a content creator guild and has been moaning about people reacting to the content that comes out of it. Very easy to see how dishonest this is by considering how he would be responding if he was getting positive attention and praise rather than negative. True. Come on, Maldavius. Can't be that sensitive. Let's see, what was this? I think this is just talking about the heartbound crap again. Yep. Alright. I'm done with fucking... Oh. So conclusion on Pirate Software is he's a loser, freak, who just loves fucking listing out credentials, thinking he's some sort of expert. Then when it comes to backing up those credentials, he fails pretty regularly, from what I've seen. And then when he receives the slightest amount of criticism, he goes at you like a fucking rabid dog. Or if you say something that's vaguely critical of him, he'll just fucking nuke you. Like, bro, why are you so sensitive? But then he'll just use the shield. Oh, I'm just trying to have a wholesome Quirk Chungus community, alright? We're wholesome little tykes here. Yeah. So conclusion,
Yeah.
freak loser. Freak loser furry who probably wants to screw some of those ferrets in his rescue. Do you got any thoughts about this man? No, you've heard some
Wait,
more.
we were talking about a man? I thought we were talking about a creature.
True. What would you say your opinion of this creature is, based on what you've seen?
He sucks at coding.
Oof. Oof.
And I suck at coding, so that's saying something.
Oof. Damn. He's just gonna have to lay
Like,
down and take that.
I'm self-taught, quote unquote, technically taught by other people online, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No uni or anything.
True. But yeah. Utter loser.
He still ended up not being a very interesting person.
Oh no, he's fucking bland. He's just a loser. He's insanely bland. Doesn't know what the Stop Killing Games thing is about. Allegedly met up with a minor, which was insane news to me. Big old furry, who was his first owner was a ferret. Now he has a ferret fucking rescue. Not sure what's up with that. Seems kind of iffy. But yeah. Total freak, wretch, loser. And I'm glad more people
Also,
are
how do you
realizing
fail
it.
to release a game for that long?
Don't you know? He had COVID-19 and was recovering for 9 months.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. How do you fail to release a game for that long and then blame it on an illness that has killed thousands of people?
I don't know.
Even though, sure, symptoms do last sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Loss of taste can last for a very long time. It may even be permanent as far as
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know.
But that doesn't stop his fingers
But
from working.
When I had COVID, all because a certain workplace of mine decided they were not going to spread the news that there were cases of COVID going around our facility. So that was fun. I didn't learn about it until after I had already gotten COVID and had to leave work.
Nice. I love that.
Fantastic, right? And it was right before Christmas.
Oof. Well, we do have another potential nonce to look at. But first, I'm going to do a palette cleanser by looking at the Switch 2 first look trailer. All right, we got to get some of the degen out just a little bit. Just a
you
bit.
could watch me farm sugarcane.
No.
Oh, replenish is awesome. I didn't realize it replaced the sugarcane.
Soy. Do the soy face. Ooh, very smooth trailer. Damn. Ooh, bigger kickstand. Nice. One on the current Switch is terrible. Ooh, and it can do better angles. Ooh. My soy face is acting up right now. Okay, we're gonna be a bit bigger. Damn. Really cool. Really well animated. Yo, the Joy-Cons are fucking drifting. Okay, I have seen some people point out that this new Joy-Con connection could be potentially a really bad thing for the console. Two. That's pretty good though.
What is this for?
Switch 2, the new Switch console.
Huh.
And
I did not even know
by
that
the
was
looks of it, new Mario Kart. Which, got lots of Mario Kart.
I didn't really grow up with Nintendo all that much.
Oh, Donkey Kong looks a little weird. Oh, and it comes out this year. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Oh, that's good. Nice, you can use your Nintendo Switch 1 games on the new one. Nice.
Well, that's better than some consoles.
Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2.
I mean, fair enough. But the fact that most are gonna be is better than what Sony did. I think it was with the PS4, right? Wasn't it a lot of PS3 games couldn't be played on the PS4 at first?
Well, none of them can. At all.
Oh, really?
Mm.
That's even worse.
So, oh, wait. Americans write fucking shit weirdly. So it was that 4th month, which is, what, March? 2nd of March? Americans.
4th month?
Uh-huh.
That's April.
Oh, yeah, April.
Wait,
Yeah.
what day?
It's April 2nd, there'll be more on the Switch 2.
It could have been my birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, what kind of sugarcane farm do you have? How do you have 50,000 more than I do? Fuck off.
Alright. Time to get into nonce action part 2.
Possible nonce.
Wow. Hey.
We
got
most
this.
likely, but it's always good to lead with allegation over condemning.
Well, he claims he's non-contact, so. We have Rondomi, an individual who has an anime PFP, and who makes videos raising paraphilia awareness and combating anti-paraphile arguments. Alright, so let's check out his intro video, which I think is his most viewed piece of content. Wait, no, it's not. Anyway. Great.
Hello.
Hello.
This video will serve as an introduction to my channel. I am Rondomi, my pronouns are they, them, and my channel will serve as a defense to those possessing stigmatized paraphiles. Mainly minor attraction, but these arguments may also apply to zoophilia and necrophilia, among others. But these arguments possessing stigmatized paraphiles.
He's raising awareness for the minor attracted individuals. But his arguments could also apply to zoophiles and necrophiles.
Mainly minor attraction, but these arguments may also apply to zoophilia and necrophilia,
Everyone's
among
favorite
others.
group of people.
Why is such a defense necessary? Because as it stands, the language and so-called common knowledge regarding these mere patterns of attraction is getting innocent people harassed,
honestly,
doxxed,
I think we can all agree necrophilia is a dead end.
Oh my god, no way. Oh my god. That's
Oh, come on, that's a
crazy.
good joke.
That's crazy.
That's a good joke. That's a well thought out joke.
Nah. You're banned. You're banned from life right now. Holy crap. It's so bad. Hello. By the way.
And or killed. Is getting innocent people harassed, doxxed, and these mere patterns of attraction is getting innocent people harassed.
Ah, yes, your mere patterns of attraction towards children, animals, and or corpses is getting you negative attention. Oh no. And doxed? Oh no.
Harassed, doxxed, and or killed.
And killed? Oh, poor bro. No, poor guy. Who cares? You're a freak. Wood chipper, wood chipper, wood chipper, wood chipper. Wait, were you gonna say something?
Hey, so.
Yep. Oh.
So, why is it so easy for a pedophile to take care of their sex dungeon, huh?
Why?
It only requires minor adjustments.
Oh my god, no way. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you doing? We've looked at a lot of freak content today. It's time to mess with me. What is this? Most common age of first suicide attempt is 14. Source: accessibility of mental health services. Thoughts about mental health professionals. Survey conducted. Okay. What? This? Oh, it's a 2011 study as well. Wait.
Suicide is not the answer.
So minors who are attracted to minors are killing themselves? Is that what you're saying? Based on this graph? Is that what this graph is even in relation to?
Suicide's not
It just seems to be related to mental health services generally.
Execution.
Also, if someone attracted to children is killing themselves, I don't care. Womp womp. Skill issue.
What I call
by
public
innocent
execution.
True.
People, I do mean people
Suicide
who
is
possess
never
the
answer,
attractions
no
who
matter
have done
what,
no wrong.
Because we can either kill them better.
I did stream for like an hour before this, but it like fucked up, so I had to restart my stream.
Yeah, he somehow fucked up his
I don't know what
stream
happened. I just like lost connection. I just started dropping frames like crazy. Look, maybe after we're done with the freak content, I'll play a game or something. We'll see.
Hey, you're not
alongside
deaf and
those.
all right?
mistaken for possessing the attractions.
Hey,
Done no.
you should come join my stream
Nah.
at Gwendolyn, Player of Games.
No shilling mid my stream. What the fuck?
Wrong. Alongside those mistaken for possessing the attractions. Simply possessing the attractions or using them with regards to non-exploitative materials such as lolicon.
I mean, what I meant to say was,
Oh,
and
God.
I'm doing
Is he
this
a
without a
lolicon
gun.
enjoyer? Oh, God. Is this guy a lolly fan? Oh. See, lolicon isn't actually exploitative because there's no children actually being hurt. Okay. I don't care. It's still depicting fucking children. It's still fucked. Bro. No.
Pedophilia is not the attraction to the harming of minors. It's the sexual attraction to minors or those who look as such. Which, that's just what a lolly is it not? And I'll be honest
Why
with
we
you.
deserve support. Wood chipper, wood chipper, wood chipper.
Oh my god. Why? Why are we continuing with the stupid wood chipper?
Put him in the wood chipper, do it.
I only know who that's a reference to. I don't even know what it's a reference about.
Being pedos and shit in wood chippers.
Oh hey, I've
And what's this? Mission
hit my
statement.
personal best.
Change the language regarding stigmatized paraphiles.
More like
Decoupling.
Never mind.
Decoupling pedophile from child molester. Bro. They're both bad. Even if you decoupled them. Huh?
Then you just have two separate categories to worry about.
Also, they
I kind of like when they're together because it's a lot easier to,
see
about it.
See, I'm a pedophile, but I ain't no child molester. Okay. I don't care. Wood chipper, wood chipper.
Decoupling zoophile from one who commits bestiality.
I'm telling you,
etc.
you really got to put a disclaimer before you say something like that. You just read it. And you got to understand, I'm not looking at your stream. So all I heard was you say that.
Yeah.
Molester. Decoupling
I highly
zoophile from
recommend
one who commits
disclaimers.
bestiality.
Decoupling zoophile from someone who commits bestiality. Bro. Pedophiles want to fuck children. Zoophiles want to fuck animals. You can't untangle them.
Etc. Correct misinformation regarding stigmatized paraphiles.
Like, the thing is, you could, technically, by definition, decouple them because one is attracted and one is doing so, but they're both bad and one leads to the other.
True.
So there's no point.
True.
They're coupled for a reason.
Combat anti-paraphile and anti-shipper arguments.
What?
Convert antis and provide solidarity for paraphiles and allies.
Convert antis and provide solidarity for paraphiles and allies. Oh. I'm convinced. I'm in. I'm 100% in.
Hey, if you ever get canceled for reading those sentences, I'm gonna tell you I told you so. I'm looking forward to it. So the mission statement, from what I'm getting right now, right, is literally just a guy going, yeah, all this bad stuff is actually good.
Yeah.
Did not intend for all of those to start with a C, but so much the better.
The 4
Notably
Cs.
absent from this mission statement are condone or fight for rights to act on stigmatized attractions with regards to the relevant vulnerable parties, like the right to have sex with kids and animals, etc. I exclude this for 2 reasons. 1, I am anti-contact.
Oh, you're so virtuous. You're anti-contact. Wow, he's the rare virtuous pedophile.
And as such, I oppose the exploitation of these relevant parties, even the risk of such.
I'd say
feral and lolly
more as close as you can get.
porn are A-OK, as well as dolls plus risk of such. Feral and lolly porn are A-OK, as
Feral and lolly porn are A-OK.
well as dolls, plushies, and other things. No exploitation, no problem.
Yep.
The second reason,
what
I'm
I
a
wanted
radical
to
leftist living in the
working on
United
my
States.
tombstone.
As such, I'm here to spread the awareness of our plight with the people, and not demand
Gotta
rights or
love
representation
it.
from the extremely exploitative companies and governments that plague the West.
Oh
I would much
God.
rather see these groups destroyed. As such, fight for legal rights and representation is also not in my mission statement. If we happen to get legal rights and representation, and by some miracle they happen to be good, effective, and or accurate, we still shouldn't lose sight of the goal. Finally, I have a
What?
glossary of terms that will show up in my videos.
Oh my God, glossary
This
time.
glossary is by no means exhaustive, but it'll give you a better idea of my stance and priorities going forward.
Ooh.
Anti.
Anti.
Alphabetically starting off with perhaps the most important term in the glossary. Antis are those explicitly opposed to pro-shippers and paraphiles on the basis of having or expressing non-normative attractions or opinions on flimsy grounds that the targeted groups endanger children, animal siblings, etc.
Is it flimsy? That you won't target fucking children, animals, and or corpses? Is it? Or if someone uses your movement as a shield to hide, and then, you know, they go out, do some diddling. See?
Their means of targeting paraphiles and pro-shippers include harassment such as gaslighting, suicide baiting,
Gaslighting.
and doxing, possibly to the victim's queerphobic community, oftentimes with fatal or near-fatal
Queerphobic. Uh-oh, he's jumbled it in there with the queer label. Uh-oh.
consequences. Alongside their own sordid history of CSA, their moniker as fan cops is well earned. This group serves as my primary target in these videos. Contact discourse. The discussion, usually among paraphiles, as to whether it's ethical for adults to engage in romantic or sexual contact with youth across a large age gap, for humans to do so with animals, for living people corpses, etc. Contact stances refer to specific beliefs regarding said matters. Anti-contacts, as the name implies, believe the forms of contact described are unethical. As I stated earlier, I count myself among them. Why that is, I will explain in another video.
Wow, you're so special. You don't want to actually touch the kitties. You just want to think about fucking them only. Yay. Thank you.
Pro-contacts, on the other hand, believe the forms of contact are ethical. Or perhaps conditionally ethical, for contact stances are a spectrum, and often ill-defined. For example, one could call themselves pro-contact and another anti-contact, despite having the same values. Their stances could be referring to the present, or a possible future. Because of the variables involved, some have taken to calling themselves complex contact.
Oh my God.
CSA. Child sexual abuse. Perhaps one of the most harrowing subjects there is.
Oh my God, the fucking tone change is hilarious.
Minor attracted people are often viewed as those who will inevitably commit this offense, if they have yet to do so. This is far from the truth, in the same vein as how, say, A homosexual man isn't by default in danger of raping another man.
What?
Possessing an attraction
Is there a stereotype that gay men rape other men? What?
to children is by no means whatsoever a prerequisite to committing CSA. The definitions of CSA change over time, particularly as victims are given more exposure. Personally, I would even consider corporal punishment CSA.
Huh?
LGBT, or
Okay.
queer. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and other oppressed sexual or gender minorities. Their community has grown in size
Hey,
and recognition
Brad.
within the past.
Yep.
I've got an absolute banger market idea.
What's that?
It's a water bottle line, okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pre-filled. We call it nonce.
Mm-hmm.
And it's filled with the tears of children.
Whoa.
Decade, while getting
It'd be one of
media
the
and legal
easiest ways
representation.
to weed them out.
Crazy.
Perhaps as a consequence of
Gotta do
this,
something.
many of them are assimilationists and
They're in the
antis who
floorboards,
are all
they're
too
like
willing to
cockroaches, but
use or
somehow
threaten
worse.
to use or suggest the very tools that once have and still do oppress them
I
against
respect
us.
a cockroach so much more.
For
than I
example,
respect
the
pedophiles.
police, conversion therapy, outing us to
At least a
queerphobic
cockroach
parents.
has integrity.
Oh no, the LGBTQ don't like us? Womp womp.
Having us killed, all while harboring
Yeah,
the
I
same
don't.
wild beliefs about how dangerous we are that they once fell victim to and still do. Fascist values are
And
insidious,
this is a grown adult,
something
right?
many queers are
Mhm.
all too aware of. But that
Like
only makes it
facial
more
hair
difficult for them to
or
realize
signs
that
of
they
facial hair at
adopt
all?
some of those values.
Talk about fucking fascism and shit. I'm gonna neck myself.
Many, if not most of
Yeah,
us
but then that's
paraphiles,
one less on
also
our
possess
side.
one or more of
So,
the oppressed
like,
sexual
don't do
orientations
that.
and gender identities represented by the queer community.
We need
Conversely,
all the support
many
we can
among the
get.
queer community are stigmatized paraphiles who are either closeted or unaware.
Oh shit, he's throwing his he's included himself in the queer community. Uh-oh.
Just as any sufficiently large group shall
Awesome.
have queers,
Cool.
so too
Love
will they
that.
have us.
Love when people self-insert themselves into something
Lolicon,
they're
or
created
feral,
out of for good
simulated
reason.
content that bears a resemblance to, or is meant to represent, the sexualization of youth or animals, produced with no exploitation from either of those, and often looking quite—
Wow, Lolly isn't made with the explicit exploitation of children. I don't care. It fucking still resembles children, so it makes you a disgusting freak.
The fuck it isn't.
Exactly.
quite different due to stylization among
exploited-
other things.
Ooh. Anyways, continue.
The attraction to or defense of such material, whether one possesses a stigmatized paraphile or not, often draws ire from antis. Paraphilia. A sexual attraction outside of those directed towards consenting human adults. Kinks. Fetishes. So many people have them, they could range from something as relatively widespread as masophilia, the attraction to breasts, to the big three, which refers to the three most well-known stigmatized paraphiles. The first of these is the attraction to minors. This attraction is usually referred to as pedophilia, but usually also includes hebephilia, ephebo—
Oh, he's doing the thing! He's doing the thing! See, it's not actually pedophilia, it's hebephilia or epiphilia. I don't care. I don't care.
Philia and nepiophilia.
Look, it doesn't matter which finger I slam in a door, I still slammed one of my fingers in a door.
He's doing the gay thing where it's like, pedophilia is only like 5 to 10 or whatever. It's like, bro, fuck off. I don't care. Cringe.
Like, it literally doesn't matter. Like I said,
it's actually
you slam one finger in
hebephilia.
a door.
Being their own paraphile.
Doesn't matter
Yet
that you
stigmatized all
slammed
the
that
same.
specific finger in a door.
To put it
or does
simply,
it matter that you
those
slammed
attracted
a
to
finger in a
minors
door?
often call themselves MAPS, for minor attracted person.
Like, why are we
or for the
separating
sake of avoiding
things like that? What? Don't even get why we have names for it.
Why not?
legalism, YAPS, for youth attracted.
Yaps. That's hilarious. Youth attracted person, yap. No way.
Person.
Shut up, you filthy yap. Oh my god. No way.
Or even a combination of the two, MIAPS. These designations can even refer to those of us who are minors themselves, who are attracted to those much younger than they are, such as a 13-year-old attracted to a 7-year-old.
43 cactus.
A 13-year-old attracted to a 7-year-old. Sure, little bro.
Such minors exist in far greater quantities than many people suspect. Although said quantities are perhaps threatened the most by the stigma regarding their attraction. My videos will focus specifically
What's that have to do with anything? Is this guy 14?
Nope.
On addressing arguments targeting maps, as the discourse surrounding this
The thing about these people is they kind of miss the big picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm most familiar with.
The big picture is you like looking at children sexually, which is a problem.
Yep. What chipper.
However, many of my arguments are applicable in the defense of the other two. Zoophilia is the attraction to animals. Necrophilia is the attraction to corpses. Fun fact, there are youth among those groups as well.
Wow, there are youths among the zoophilia and necrophilia? Wow.
If that sounds shocking to you, the existence of homosexual and transgender youth would have probably shocked you had you been born 20 years prior to when you were. Yes, even if you're one of those now. A hatred towards paraphiles is paramisia.
Oh no, a hatred towards paraphiles is called paramisia? Sign me up.
Against MIAPS, it's matmisia.
Oh, sign me up for that too.
Pro-shipper. Those who defend the expression of or attraction to controversial sexual or romantic content in art. Incest, lolicon, age gap shipping, you name it.
Ugh.
In fact, antis first framed themselves in opposition to this group, and have terrorized them for the same reasons they terrorize us. In their eyes, pro-shippers consist of pedophiles and other so-called freaks.
Yeah, shippers are freaks. Based.
Possibly as a consequence of this, and also because of the overwhelming paramisia in our society already,
bro.
Many in the pro-shipping community harbor disdain towards stigmatized paraphiles, thus making it possible to be both a pro-shipper and an anti at once. Also, because many antis within fandom spaces are youths, pro-shippers often harbor ageist beliefs and disdain, often expressing such disdain casually and representing another divide between their community and ours.
Racist.
The etymology of the term pro-shipper refers to those who are for or pro-shipping, no matter how problematic the ship is. Thus, people mistake the term to literally mean problematic shipper, though both are applicable. Once again, this glossary is by no means exhaustive, and you may have many questions for me. Rest assured, many topics I may have glossed over in this video will be addressed more thoroughly in future videos. I hope.
Holy fuck. I've been searching for a channel like this for ages. Thank you. Glad we met you through Twitter. Now to start the binge. What's this? Hi, Randomly. I found you at Twitter and I'm a Philly myself. and love what you're doing. I also, how our interactions was good and meaningful. What? I wish good luck. What do you mean? Convert antis, anti-contact enjoyer. Came across your channel on Twitter. I subscribed to you on both this account and my main, but made this account to comment. Sad to say, I'm still afraid of anyone I know finding me. Good. I'm currently trying to untangle myself from anti-spaces and learn more understanding of others. I don't believe I am a map, as I have no attraction to real-life children, but I understand the extreme feeling of isolation and fear. The feeling, oh my god, this is a fucking essay. Thank you so much for making this video. I've been hoping for someone to try and spread awareness of paraphiles, especially those who teenagers like me. Oh my god. Having the attraction is fine, but acting on it is illegal and wrong. Glorifying the attraction may confuse people, confusing them to commit horrid acts, feeling it's okay. Wow. Mental. Let's see. Next one we can look at is why parapride, or why telling paraphiles to get help doesn't help. Map question prompts. Harassment by antis. These are two of the question slingers. And then he also goes after some people. No, let's go parapride. Because he says some insane shit.
Pride to be the least palatable to outsiders. Hello. Many people, be they antis or pro-shippers, wonder why us stigmatized paraphiles are proud of who we are. Why we express ourselves, why we fly our flags, etc.
Oh my god, wait, do I have that meme saved? Oh my god, did I save it? Did I save it? Did I save it? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Might be my other thing. Oh god, where is it? Where is it? Bookmarks. Ah, here it is. It's literally this meme. So, are you like gay or something? What? What pride flag is that? Oh. No. No, 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 no. I wouldn't have pride in yourself, little bro. Woof. Woof. Very nuts.
These questions are often asked in bad faith, but I'll try to explain it as best as I can anyway. In my time in this community, I've noticed 3 different forms of pride. Of course, I don't consider my observational skills to be anything special. I may be excluding some things. But these are the 3 different ways us stigmatized paraphiles, among other groups, express pride.
How paraphiles express
The first
pride?
is what I like to call visceral pride.
Okay.
To put it simply, it's the pride of having the attraction and the abilities granted by it.
Proud of having the attraction and the abilities granted by it? Huh? Oof. What abilities do you gain from being a necrophile, a zoophile, or a pedophile? Huh? What, you're more willing to touch a kid, a dog, or a fucking corpse? Huh? Is that your fucking ability? Bro.
Specifically in having the ability to see sexual or romantic beauty in youth or animals or corpses, etc.
Ah, the ability to see beauty in children, animals, and corpses. Alright, alright. Fair enough, little bro.
Like being able to see sexual beauty in, say, adult men when some of your contemporaries cannot. I imagine this kind of pride to be the least palatable to outsiders, but it's there nonetheless. This does not mean oogling kids or making inappropriate comments or some shit. Oogling anybody without their consent is a different problem entirely. Again, finding sexual or romantic beauty in adult men doesn't mean one's in natural danger of acting inappropriately towards them.
I don't remember.
Oh.
What do I
Yeah.
wanna do with this?
Because a fucking man, an adult man can defend himself more than a child, a dog, or a fucking corpse.
Having an attraction is morally neutral.
Having an attraction is morally neutral. No way. No way. It's not when it's towards children. Definitely not morally neutral then.
And whatever morality attractions may have isn't too relevant when which ones we have are outside our control.
Womp womp.
To compare, I'm proud of my autism because of the abilities it grants me.
What powers does your autism give you, buddy? Huh?
The second kind of pride
Mine
is
gives
one
me autism.
that many of us new to the community possess.
That's just the
I
truth.
call it disadvantaged pride. This kind of pride refers to those who see their paraphilias as a curse that they sometimes would much rather not have, and how they're able
That's what every paraphile should have.
to live a, quote, normal life in spite of it.
What?
Where they feel bad about that paraphilia.
This kind of pride is often born of misinformation and internalized paramnesic programming.
Yeah.
Paramnesia programming. Oh, you're such a filthy fucking wretch! Kill yourself!
People are allowed to feel how they wish about themselves. Not much we can or should do unless they want help from us. This kind of pride is sort of like the pride sometimes expressed by amputees. They're sometimes not proud that they're missing a limb, they're proud of being able to live a satisfactory life despite this setback. To compare again,
don't compare an amputee to someone with a fucking degenerate lifestyle, please.
I'm proud of the life I've been able to live and the things I've been able to do in spite of the setbacks my autism has given me.
What setbacks have your autism
I
given
used to
you,
believe
huh?
that those two forms of pride were the only ones, but I've since discovered a third that was so obvious in retrospect.
Oh my god, bro discovered the true
Perhaps
religion.
the most powerful and important form of pride expressed not only in the paraphile community, but in any oppressed community.
Oh my god.
This kind of pride I call social pride.
Social pride.
It's a pride in being able to see oneself in relation to society at large, and being able to identify one's
Society
enemies.
thinks that your creeps should be
The ability to
wood-chipping.
recognize the privilege possessed by those who do not share your struggles. The pride in being able to offer solidarity to those who do. Those of us paraphiles, we're able to see the hypocrisy of the queer community in regards to their values.
Oh god.
What do I have this as? It's been a while since I looked at this. Does this work? I don't remember.
That's such a fucking wretch.
Values and beliefs on attraction.
See, I can like have solidarity with other fucking freaks. Wow. Congrats.
And
You
their
can have your
willingness
little freak gangbangs, hey?
to exclude us, as their own oppressors have. Their willingness to use
Stop. No one's oppressing you. You're just a wretch. Well, I suppose you are being oppressed, but your oppression is a good oppression. It's based and should continue.
the same threats and means of oppression against us, like depending on the very same groups that have oppressed them.
Oh no, the LGBTQs use the same levers of oppression against the paraphiles. Womp womp.
Selling us out to the police. Selling us out to queerphobic communities. Selling us out to our employers, costing us our jobs and thus our income.
Based.
All because of
So
our
yeah, I'm gonna say you out to everyone.
We're proud that we're not you. That we don't have wool over our eyes.
Bro, does he think it's like a simulation and anyone who doesn't know, who hasn't really reached enlightenment? I'm not enlightened. I don't have the latest enlightenment update.
That we're not on the oppressive side of this dynamic. That we're not carelessly spouting lethally toxic bigotry.
Stop showing this chart. It's about accessibility of mental health services. Stop it. You haven't fucking commented about its relation to fucking paraphilia. You've only like shown like accessibility to mental health. You don't know that those fucking 14-year-olds attempting suicide are doing it because they're paraphiles and can't access mental health services because of it. It could just be due to not being able to access mental health services. You fucking gronk. So why is it dropped so far at 15? Fuck. Deprogram. My programming wants to wood chipper you. Beep boop. Pull out the muskets. The queer youth, he's fucking co-opting the queer movement. Oh my god. Filthy wretch. Ugh. No, they're not. It's only absolute fucking loser freaks who want to include, like, fucking you paraphile loser freaks. I'm stuck on that phrase. In the fucking LGBTQ acronym, alright? Those people should join the wood chipper line. Alright? Your autism allows you to recognize ableists. Alright, little bro.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Oh, his autism allows him to see through the paramnesia programming. I'm sorry, but your autism isn't strong enough, okay? You have weak autism. Because you haven't seen through the paramnesia.
You know what my autism is telling me?
Well, wood chipper.
That guy is not autistic. I refuse to claim him.
He's retarded.
I don't care. The word I don't like using, but honestly, this is one of those people that might deserve it.
Based.
There's a decent chance I would have been subsumed in the same ableist culture I oppose now.
And it's very rare someone earns that word from me, so.
Okay. Why telling paraphiles to get help doesn't help. What? Are they going to kill themselves? Are they more likely to kill themselves or something? Content warning. Written depictions of CSA.
Hello. Something anti-paras love to tell us stigmatized paraphiles is to get help for our attractions lest we somehow inevitably act on them. Help meaning psychotherapy or psychiatry, etc. Some people, but by no means all of them, who try to tell us this mean well and don't realize that there are many, many, many problems with what they're spouting, particularly in regards to the psychiatric institution in the US. In this video, I will try to go over as many of them as I can. First of all, this demand that we get help is based on faulty logic. That we're taking time bombs who will always and inevitably offend without professional intervention.
You are ticking time bomb, yeah. There's nothing guaranteeing me that you're not going to harm some fucking child. I'm sorry, but I don't have that guarantee. So I'm not fucking willing to trust you. No matter how much you tell me you're anti-fucking contact, I cannot reliably trust you ever. If you show that you're attracted to minors, no.
First off, this is like assuming that all, say, homosexual women are a danger to other women without professional intervention. The amount of us there are is difficult to determine because so many of us are unwilling to disclose our attraction, even anonymously, because that would require realizing we have it and admitting it to ourselves. But even if only 1% of the population were MAPs, that's still, as of this writing, 80 million people. That's the minimum. The actual number is likely to be much higher, and that's not even including other stigmatized paraphiles.
Who cares?
Why do I bring this up? Well, as disgustingly prevalent as CSA is.
Genocide the paraphiles, genocide the paraphiles, genocide the paraphiles. Do it. I don't give a fuck.
Is with so many of us having been victims of it ourselves while being accused of inevitably committing it ourselves, it seems that those who commit CSA are overwhelmingly men. And not just any men, but men who know the victims.
Yes, because most people who are sexually abused by people they know. Thank you. For giving everyone basic fucking knowledge. Thank you.
The society we live in fosters abusive tendencies within oppressors, like, say, cis men in position of power.
Oh my
which
God.
many of us paraphiles are very much not. The CSA statistics would be far more diverse if every single one of us offended, now wouldn't they? The numbers would also probably be much higher. Now back to the point about adults who know the victim. The percentage of CSA perpetrators who possess minor attraction are estimated to be between 25 to 50%. How is it possible to commit CSA and not be a MAP? Well, if you ask me, I consider circumcision and corporal punishment CSA, and many of us in the community oppose both. But that's probably not the answer people are looking for. For the non-MAPs, it's a matter of seeking sexual gratification and or curiosity, and having access to an easy target to exert power over. This kind of stuff occurs among prison inmates, where one can rightly blame several other things before they can blame, say, homosexuality. Also, those of us MAPs who offend tend to do so.
Yeah, if you're the prison bitch, you about to be dicked down. What do you mean? Oh my God.
At an early age. So blame our horrific sex education and parenting on that one. After all.
What? Situational offenders tend to offend at times of stress and begin offending later than pedophilic offenders. They also have fewer victims, often family, and have general preference for adult partners. Pedophilic offenders often start offending at an early age and often have a larger number of victims.
40% of CSA is estimated to be committed by minors themselves. The psychiatric response to that phenomenon manages to be so much worse if you can believe it. Now yes, 25 to 50% of offenders being MAPs isn't zero. As I said, there are tens of millions of us. Well, let's have it the Map Miziek's way, and assume that every single person who committed CSA was a MAP. Not only would that be even more indicative of the abuses of power, again, with regards to men who know the victim, that would still be the minority of us. In fact, factoring in our diversity with that piece of information, it would mean there are far more of us than previously estimated. Now I ask, among men who have raped other men, what percentage of them were non-heterosexual? Whatever that number would be, even if that number was 100, using that data to then assume all men who were non-heterosexual were potential rapists without intervention would be completely absurd and extremely offensive, now wouldn't it? Hopefully, you now see the faults in that piece of Map Music logic. Why would offending us be such a bad thing? Well, remember those Map minors I mentioned earlier? Upholding this culture that we're taking time bombs has caused suicide ideation in several...
Wait, this one's most common age for first suicidal thought is 16, but the other one said attempt is 14. Wouldn't the thought come before the attempt? And once again, this is about accessibility of mental health services. It seems completely unrelated to fucking maps. on paraphiles.
Several ways, like making them internalize matmisia and inducing a feeling of worthlessness in them, or if they don't feel that way about
You to my string. Oh, gross.
themselves, from minority stress induced by others and by society at large, driving them to despair, or perhaps both. Oh, they need help, all right, but it's not the kind of help antis want them to have, nor is it the kind of help the U.S. psychiatric institution is likely to give. Indeed, how have they dealt with pedophilic or offending minors? Many people know what conversion therapy is, and how it has been used against queers. Tools used by the very same psychiatric institution where
Yeah,
the
I
man
don't
to
give
seek
a
help
fuck
from.
if conversion therapy is
But how many of
used
said queers
against
who have never
you,
experienced
wretch.
conversion therapy know what forms it takes? How about, oh, I don't know, let's say, hooking a youth's genitals up to a fucking boner detector and showing them CSAM?
Based.
I wish I was joking. You want us to see CSAM, antis? When you're not giving people their own already? There's this procedure, verbal satiation, where a youth gets hooked up to a...
actually have an input the function. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
boner detector.
I was talking to myself.
And is shown CSAM.
Sorry.
The procedure necessitates that they repeat a phrase over and over for 20 minutes in the hopes that the youth's fantasies become boring to them in the process. Leaving aside the horrifying bullshit involved in this, I find this kind of treatment questionable for a different reason. Yes, if someone consumes the same arousing content over and over, they might get bored and consume a different kind of it. Same as if someone will get bored of carrots if they're forced to eat nothing but carrots for a week. But they won't be bored of carrots forever, even if they...
Oh, so if someone consumes enough lolly, what if they get bored of lolly and want to go into more depraved shit? Huh? Lolly's not exploitative, though. Could be a first step, though, to something more exploitative. What if they've just consumed a lot of lolly and they want to go into more disgusting shit? Eh? Didn't think of that, did you? Retard.
Lolly
trauma
is
associated-
gateway to real children.
True.
Cares they can overcome it. But that's not the only horrific procedure. Youth are also subject to what is called masturbatory satiation. In this procedure, youth are forced to masturbate with a mercury-filled plastic device while watching and listening to deviant pornography, including CSAM. As the youth is aroused, they are then to switch to tamer erotica, or in some cases, they are exposed to ammonia. The idea is to recondition arousal. There was a
1994, by the way.
15-year-old youth who was forced to do this under threat of jail. Goddamn motherfuckers.
It says 1994 in this. So do you have any evidence that this is currently happening now? Huh? 1994 was quite some time ago.
The next is covert sensitization. This one requires the youth to describe their
Once again,
fantasies
1994.
and then describe the negative consequences of them, like shame or imprisonment. Do this and you'll go to hell kind of shit, you know? Great stuff to tell kids. Sometimes
Yes.
they bring out the ammonia, and sometimes they incorporate fucking shock treatment. Go to hell! They're there already. And then there's good old aversion therapy, which is more straight to the point, where the youth is subjected to ammonia or shock therapy every time they're aroused by whatever material the therapist provides for them. There are many other forms of this horrific nightmare, but the point is, there's no indication that these forms of therapy ever do anything other than cause severe trauma, stigma, etc. Congratulations, you converted a youth into a broken, depressed, suicidal wreck. It's no wonder antis seem so eager to get us here. And when psychiatrists and psychologists aren't using legally sanctioned CSA against us, why, they're doing it illegally, of course. We actually do have statistics for the percentage of psychologists and psychiatrists who illegally commit sexual abuse. 6 to 10%, and that's just with their patients. If my whimsical language sounds like I'm making light of this, I assure you it's a coping mechanism. Now, I want to make one thing clear. I'm not here to invalidate the experiences of those who have had positive experiences with therapists or psychiatrists, particularly the experiences of my fellow paraphiles. I never said nor intended to imply that those who have good therapists who rightfully tell them that they're not broken or deserving of hatred or anything like that. The thing is, that's not the kind of help antis want us to get. See, the idea that minor attraction can be treated or cured is at least partly fueled by the confusion as to what so-called pedophilic disorder is. The DSM-5 classifies pedophilic disorder as not merely possessing the pattern of attraction, but for the pattern to cause distress in some way, or for them to have offended. Simply possessing the pattern isn't sufficient. By the way, how does the good book suggest proving someone has a pattern of attraction? Well... boner detector. Why am I not surprised? Anyway, the conflation of pedophilia and pedophilic disorder has given rise to the dangerous belief that the pattern of attraction itself can be treated or cured or can go into remission, all because of the same piece of medical literature that once called transgender individuals like myself disordered.
Ooh, he's also under the trans label. All right, he didn't say that in his intro video. He didn't say that in his intro video, did he? Uh-oh, I wonder why he didn't say that.
This guy is literally just trying to be me at this point, yet I'm just objectively a better person. And
But hey, just because something was wrong before doesn't mean it's wrong now, right? Quite right. Doesn't mean it's correct either. In fact, it's wrong now for similar reasons. Pedophilic disorder is not a thing. As it is, it medicalizes the stress that comes with being part of a highly stigmatized...
I will say this guy is retarded.
True.
And stereotyped group of people.
He has.
Stigma that comes both from within and without.
Mainly
it's like saying a trans...
all the stuff that he thinks, but you know.
Individual with suicidal...
I don't like having so many things in common with people like
depression
that. It's just gross. Makes me feel gross.
From their oppression has a transgender disorder. It also reminds me of what happens when one of us...
okay?
Yep.
Trans people commit a crime. Suddenly, the transness of the individual is discussed by conservatives as some innate factor that would make us more dangerous.
Well, you're not helping that fucking conclusion, are you? By being trans and also a fucking wretch. You're the reason why conservatives think that. It's you. When you come out as a fucking grotesque wretch and being trans, that's why people think that. Because you exist.
There's a page here that goes into more detail about this, but I hope I've made my point clear enough. So, what kind of help do antis want us to get? I've looked and I've seen this site floating about. It cites
treating paraphilia.
It's the DSM, which is a red flag already.
You cited the DSM! Oh my god.
The first method suggested here is ADT, androgen deprivation therapy. Reminds me, I've seen some antis suggest we get castrated. Not only does such a thing come with its own myriad of side effects, particularly osteoporosis, but it also leaves the question, do you not want us trans paraphiles getting HRT? Do you not realize that even if you cut down on our hormones, our pattern of attraction is still there? Suggesting that we require castration once again presupposes we're a natural risk or a ticking time bomb.
Yes, you are!
Just another form of conversion therapy. It treats us...
Because I can't guarantee that you're not gonna fucking offend against a child. No one can guarantee that. No matter how much you fucking yap about being anti-contact. I can't guarantee the fucking safety of all kids against you. You fucking idiot. Like, bro, you have an attraction to kids. People are super protective of children. If you try to do anything against them, they're gonna fuck you up.
It's the same way it treats homosexuality. Back to ADT and its effectiveness, the review linked here admitted that its findings were inconclusive. It also focused a bit on treating CSBD, which is a different matter entirely. Nothing to do with a pattern of attraction. It's like saying offenders tend to have 2 arms, and therefore we should cut off all arms. The 2020 study, by its own admission, depended solely on a sample size of 52 self-reporting men, and its findings were not validated against abuse rates. The men in question were those fearful of committing an offense. Again, a different problem from merely possessing the pattern. The 2022 study depended on 52 people, which little over half of them reported a decreased attraction after 10 weeks. Attraction in this context confuses me. I mean, it's not like we're all horny or thinking about children 100% of the time, nor are we necessarily attracted to all youth. Again, the study relies on self-reports.
What?
The next section talks about selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors to treat pedophilia obsessive-compulsive disorder, which should more accurately be called child abuse obsessive-compulsive disorder. This has less to do with a pattern of attraction and more to do with OCD, and it leaks the same inconclusive review it did earlier. Cognitive behavioral therapy. The 2021 study has a small sample size and focuses more on impulsivity and hypersexuality than minor attraction. Again, the participants are exclusively self-reporting men, and those with suicidal thoughts couldn't participate, which further harms the sample size's already poor ability to be representative. The next is aversion therapy, which happened to be among the horrific forms of torment youth had been put through that I discussed earlier. Barbaric and ineffective. The next one, however, is a different sort of thing.
Oh god.
Acceptance and commitment therapy. This one requires that we accept our thoughts for what they are, just thoughts. We don't try to change them. This is a therapy I can get behind, but the fact that our attractions aren't inherently harmful should be common knowledge. We shouldn't need a therapist to tell us this. Also, I highly doubt this method of therapy
They're more
is what
likely to be harmful, though.
The last
They
is
just
group
are.
therapy. Effectiveness depends on the goal and context, I suppose. Again, it seems to deal more with behavior than pattern of attraction. So, based on the bogus DSM definition, and highly limited studies with dubious methods and
Bro, I
results
bet this guy pulls out the
that deal
DSM
with
with
everything
convenient
but
time.
the pattern of attraction. Antis want the tens of millions of us to fuck with our hormones.
Yep.
To reduce our sexual attraction.
Yep.
To avoid the dubious risk of committing CSA.
Yep.
Which often doesn't require a specific sexual attraction anyway.
Yep.
Let's play this game again. Why is it just us? Why don't we cut down on the hormones of homosexual men, or put them through CBT, let's say inevitably?
Consenting adults is why we don't do it to fucking gay people. You fucking idiot. You are in a position where you're attracted to children who have no form of self-defense, relatively. Okay? Their knowledge base is far lower, and by pretty much all laws on Earth, except for a few places, they are incapable of providing consent. Alright? You're a fucking retard.
Rape other men. What's that? At least they can have consensual sex? Well, what if they don't find a partner?
It's like a legal thing either, or even a moral thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's, if you think about it, children do not have the developed brain.
Yeah, exactly.
To be able to make realistic consensual decisions.
Yep.
Like that.
Exactly.
Especially for something that severe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Sex exists.
Partner. Not everyone has one, and no one is entitled to one.
Reproduction. And the thing is, the human body is not meant to be able to undergo any sort of reproducing.
Mm-hmm.
I think, what is it, like, right around puberty is when it starts.
Uh-huh.
And even then, there's so much development your body needs to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Literally anything you do to stunt that or ruin it is to not only going to traumatize a child, but it's also going to severely impact their development.
Mm-hmm.
Both mentally, physically, and in some cases, in the case of, I mean, I remember there was a story of a 5-year-old who gave birth.
What?
And subsequently died, I believe.
Crazy. How does a 5-year-old get pregnant? What the fuck?
So, it's kind of this thing, like, you always have it, as far as I know. I'm no doctor. I don't got a doctorate.
Uh-huh.
Don't at me.
I'm adding you right now.
Yeah, well. Alright. I couldn't think of anything. But the reason, like, I know it's all, like, super... We like to rag on these people and all that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But in some cases, we really need to cut the humor. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, right now, it's a little different.
Indeed, indeed.
But just as a society, we need to try to cut the humor out of it, because it's an actual issue
Mm-hmm.
that needs to be solved on a global basis.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only are we, talking about people who harm and traumatize children,
Mm-hmm.
but if you want to look at it from a population standpoint, right?
Uh-huh.
Just on the high political level, because that's all they seem to care about.
Yeah.
Your future workforce is now going to have trauma, physical harm, or potentially just be dead.
Oh,
like,
God.
even on that high political level, where it seems like emotions barely exist,
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
there's
fair
still
enough,
a very, very direct reason to go after this stuff. And
Mhm.
yeah, we have laws for it, but we need more.
Bro.
We really do. And we're getting into an age where technology is starting to advance pretty quickly.
Mhm.
In some cases, though it seems right now a lot of technology has plateaued since it works fine
Yeah.
and you can market it really well and just sort of make it better over time to stretch your profits, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that plateau will continue for quite a while with a very slight incline over the years.
Mhm.
But then you got people, as much as I am not a fan of the Musk, right?
Oh. Mhm.
Not a huge fan of him as just a person.
Yeah.
We can give him credit, right? The amount of R&D budget he put into Tesla, right?
Mhm.
Helped create such a, I guess it'd be what, advanced form of vehicle. Though they like to, catch on fire and explode, but that's the point. They work sometimes. But Musk could unironically be compared in terms of what he was doing for humanity, just progressing science and such. You could compare him to the people who worked on things like rocket science, which is sad considering that his cars still catch on fire. And I think that's another thing that kind of shows towards our future. So at least if our future is going to be shit, we should get rid of people that are going to fuck children.
True.
Like, the future's already looking pretty bleak. I don't care how shiny it gets. That shine doesn't fucking matter if there's no sun to shine off of it.
Mhm. Mhm. Also, I don't know.
Look, if you want my true opinion on what we should do with this guy, shoot him.
Yo, based.
Ankle, calf, knee, thigh, groin,
Mhm. Mhm.
both legs, by the way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Probably a few into the stomach and chest.
Indeed.
This is not something anyone should tolerate. There's so much toleration of this. Perfect example, I bring him up all the time.
Mhm.
Fucking Mini Lad.
Yo.
Still a creator with a large fan base.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter if he was non-contact.
They're still playing Gmod.
He fucking
He did some diddling.
he had no, technically, as far as we know, he didn't technically.
No.
That doesn't change the fact that, he was having very illicit conversations with minors,
Mhm. Mhm.
knowing full well they were minors.
Mhm.
And then he fled the country.
True.
And then came back.
Freak.
And he's fine.
Yeah. Lame.
Which sucks for all of us. So now there's just this blotch right there. Still thriving, I guess. Lost quite a few subscribers, but wow.
Mhm.
We probably knocked off maybe $500,000 to its yearly revenue or something.
Yeah. We unfortunate one.
I'm
they
just
managed
gonna
to get
keep
away with it.
rambling if you don't continue. So,
Well, I just want to say one thing. I don't know if you did. I don't know if you meant to do this, but at the same time, when you're talking about why we don't the stuff about kids in development, you like unintentionally made the conservative argument of why we should let children transition. I don't know if it was intentional or not.
See, that is a thing. Even as a trans person myself, right? I've been known with people who actually know me.
Yep.
In real life and everything. I'm not the biggest fan of my community. At least the people who make it, the people who drag it down, right? The people you normally see, not a lot of the people who do it on their own without a camera. The normal people.
Based.
But you see all these fucking twats. And some of them do think that we should let children or like 8, 9, 10 transition. And it's like, we've only studied this surgery for maybe what, 80-ish, 90 years? And considering how long it took for most fucking sciences to really get to where they are, you know, hundreds of years, some even 1,000. And we're just gonna let our children do that? Doesn't matter if it's quote unquote safe.
Wow.
Because the amount of emotional and just mental trauma you can acquire from that, if you grow up and realize, hey, this isn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
And reversing it, I don't even know if that's a thing. Never looked into it, and I probably should.
I think it depends.
But I don't think it'd be very easy.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen reconstruction surgery, or at least simulations. I'd recommend it if you're not very caught up on it and you want to have a part in this conversation. I really do recommend it. You'll see exactly why it's a bad idea.
Well, I see things like where they like take like a bunch of skin off your arm to make like dicks and shit, right? And like, so you have like this weird arm thing now.
That's not like. See, when it comes to that, that's a whole different thing. I know a lot more about male to female as opposed to female to male. I have seen the female to male. It's not very pleasant to watch. But I just want to. I already have my tags and stuff on my stream set, so you know what? I'm gonna save my stuff. So they take the dick.
Ooh.
They cut it open.
Oh. Well, like clean down the middle or something? Oh god.
So like think about it like this. You gotta put a hole where there's no hole. But there's something in the way. Sort of deal.
Oh god.
Probably really pleasant for your chat, huh? But I think hopefully one of them is kind of understanding now why it is really that bad of an idea.
Yeah. It's like total body obliteration. If you're not cautious.
And the thing is, it doesn't always fully work, right?
Yeah, like you lose
sometimes
like feeling and stuff, right?
It blocks your urinary tract. Sometimes it can remove feeling. You can fuck up nerves. You can hit blood vessels. You can absolutely destroy someone's reproductive system as well. If it gets infected, then you got to worry about the intestinal tract. So I'm not going to go too much more into it, but I think I got my point across as to why it's really bad. And considering how bad the what is it? Right, how bad immune systems are for children.
Well, and the fact they haven't gone through puberty. Sometimes they take like blockers, so they don't even go through puberty, which is crazy.
I really do think that just doing this shit to children because we want to is fucked up. It doesn't matter if it's sexual or not.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, there's a reason some countries no longer use child labor.
Uh-huh. Definitely not looking at you, China, eh? But where am I gonna get my t-shirts from, eh? Some little bastard child gotta make my shirts. Eh?
You can make a shirt out of the paraphilia guy.
True. It puts the lotion on the skin.
Yeah, he has skin. Skin is leather.
If they don't find one, or anyone else will have sex with them, are they at risk of losing control and offending?
No, I have
Yes,
such
let's put
a deep distaste for this topic. And the reason I try to avoid talking about it in depth is because I ramble like this for so long.
Free content, eh?
Because I have so many things that I want to say about it. But I'm, like, super tired. Generally, I'm super tired.
You're sick of the
And-
freaks co-opting the LGBTQ movement.
See, the LGBTQ plus movement and all that, right?
Uh-huh.
You have
Do you
my
think
gripes
there are
with
too many letters now, huh?
I couldn't care less about the letters. We have 26 in the alphabet. Whatever. You put that shit next to each other, it's 26 letters right next to each other. We have a word with over 1,000 letters in it. I couldn't care less about the fucking letters. Why do people care about the fucking letters? God, the fucking rainbow has 7 colors. We have 7 letters in there. Woo. It's like, why is that what I care about?
You.
I don't get why we care about that. Fucking add as many letters as you want. You can shorten it. That's what we do with names that are too long. Look at one of the most popular baby names, Alexander. It gets cut down to Alex. I really, that's one point that we shouldn't be focusing on. What we should be focusing on. Cat, get off of there. Go. You stupid. Come on. Thank you. Sorry, cats are dumb. But we should be focusing on things like how some people call for equal rights in the community, and some people call for the removal of rights from other communities, which is literally accomplishing nothing. Same thing when it comes to genders or sexes, whichever you want to call it.
Ooh, are you on the there's only two
Why
genders
do we
train?
care?
Eh?
See, I couldn't care less what you call yourself.
Mhm.
I don't personally care what you are.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna generally avoid you anyways.
Ooh.
I'm not a huge fan of people, mainly because humans suck. I suck, you suck, everyone sucks.
Me.
Just to different degrees. Some people suck way less than other people. We all have our shitty flaws. Mine is having very strong opinions on things that no one wants to talk about.
Fair enough.
And being short, I guess. Society likes to call that a flaw.
Just get those bolts in your legs to make yourself taller.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot of issues, like real issues, that we just don't focus on because we're so focused on, like, what everything's called. What defines what.
Yeah.
Like, we've already had definitions that people agreed on. And then we no longer agreed on it because we felt like it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I have a chatter. I'm sorry.
Wow, no you chat.
Oh, man, I am so sorry.
Crazy.
Grim Weaver. And in terms of what we're making, I am literally putting random shit into a Python engine and seeing what the fuck I come up with. For instance, making content.
Every
And
single
I am
individual with a
talking
sexual
out my ass about my strong opinions.
attraction with no partner
So that's
through
cool.
conversion therapy, let's say rape somebody. I hope you can see how little sense this makes.
Should I start using the tag neurodivergent?
You want to, I guess.
Now,
It's
back to
like-
my earlier point. Why is abuse
That's
prevalent
another
among
thing.
psychologists
That's
and
another
psychotherapists?
thing. What does neurodivergence have to do with like 90% of the crimes these people commit?
It means brain no function properly.
Yeah, my
So,
brain doesn't
treat me-
function
treat me
properly, but I
better.
can still code shit.
Therapists.
Like,
I have a theory. For you see, our very society fosters abuse and power
ADHD
imbalances.
doesn't make
This
you
shouldn't
just
be news to
fucking
anyone on the
stab
left.
someone.
Can you imagine that though? Like, oops, I'm quirky. I stabbed you. My bad. Can you imagine that?
Theory.
Yes, I can. It's called Harley Quinn.
Oh.
For you see, our very society fosters abuse and power imbalances.
Pretty sure
This shouldn't be
there's
news to
already a
anyone on the
couple
left, but it manifests as even more
Yeah, it's
problems
called
with telling us to go get help.
Margot Robbie.
In the US, a country with about a 60% white population, about 70% of therapists are white. For comparison's sake, black people who
Nah,
make up about 14%
Brad, if
of the
you want to
population.
continue the video, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been talking out of my ass for what, like 30 minutes now?
Yep.
Sorry. I don't even know what the hell to do. To
About
continue this
70%
fucking-
of therapists are white. For comparison's sake, black people who make up about 14% of the population only make up about
have
4% of
age
therapists.
So
Becoming a therapist usually requires getting a master's degree from one of our absurdly expensive colleges, something that requires privilege and can be rife with its own problems. And that's not even counting the
it
jobs in
also
the field that
sucks
may
I'm really bad at typing.
require
so
a doctoral degree. Once a prospective therapist graduates, they're not
I'm
guaranteed to be any
coding so
good, and
much
capitalism rears its ugly head here.
Oh my
They can
God.
try to get an independent license,
Oh, he's being so gay. Talking about capitalism and fascism. Fucking hell.
which requires internship and approval from an independently licensed therapist, which, based off what I've read, is the process that does the most
I
at
think
weeding
that
out
should
antis.
Just produce what?
Those who haven't
Oof.
A name.
gotten it, they're still eligible to be hired by clinics,
I
usually
know,
with the
let's
poor
use
pay
the
and working
names
conditions that
fucking-
come with capitalism, which, by the way, causes understaffing and burnout with clinics. You know, low-income people.
I'm not
The ones who would desire mental help the most. And of course, it would actually be in the capitalist's best interests in this situation
that's
to
working
ensure
as
customer
intended.
retention than, you know, their actual well-being.
Now,
I should know. Such a therapist put me through ABA therapy as a child.
I could do that, or
Speaking of the customers, the therapists aren't the only ones getting fucked over by capitalism. Here in America, we tend to live in incredibly spaced out areas. So if you don't have the privilege of being able to have the therapy come to you, you require the privilege of being able to access these clinics. Time, means of transportation.
can actually make
And for us
name
paraphiles,
search
we need to somehow make sure that this therapist isn't going to out us to the police. You know, those fine fellows
Oh no, you have to worry that therapists aren't going to out you?
with their
Oh,
own lengthy
no.
track record of abuse, who will deprive us of our jobs or our possessions. Those of us who are youth, we also need to make sure this therapist isn't going to out us to our relatives, who are often bigoted and abusive. And that's assuming that our access to such a therapist isn't dependent on letting
Man, I
said
am
relatives know
blanking
about
on, like, how to do
our pedophiles
90%
anyway.
of this shit right
Tip
now.
snowflakes or some shit. That if them being a complete asshole is causing anyone distress, that's on them. And if it isn't, it's on their upbringing or society. Basically, the need to dodge accountability for the consequences
no
of spouting
function.
bigotry. The sacred right to be an asshole, everyone else be damned. I think that to at least some antis, if their rhetoric causes bullying or distress that results in harm, then the victim should have gotten help. Ignorance born of privilege or irresponsibility born of malice. Once again,
Okay,
if
I
you're a
think
radical
it's-
stigmatized pedophile and your experiences with your therapist is good, all the power to you. There are therapists out there who aren't liberal idealists who fault people for not accepting abuse
For the liberals not liking pedophiles?
and are aware of our societal problems, both in regards to pedophiles as well as with other marginalized groups, I'm sure. But even if they do exist, access to them is a
God,
privilege,
this guy's
for they
so
don't exist
fucking
independently of a myriad
lame.
of other institutional and economic problems. I'm not against the concepts of psychology or psychiatry. I'm not here to tell you to stop taking your medication if you think you need it. But I'm also not here to tell you to get therapy if you don't think you need it, or if you can't reliably access the kind you want. Speaking of reliable access, one last problem occurs to me in regards to anti-logic. As I said, there are at the very, very least 80 million maps. Again, not counting other stigmatized paraphiles. How, I ask, do you expect the tens of millions of us to get the extensive therapy you think we
What am I
need?
missing here?
I don't think there are nearly enough therapists on Earth for such a thing to be possible.
Just neck yourself.
And if the therapy was simply a matter of helping paraphiles understand that they're not monsters, that's something that should be taught
many times, and it has not worked. I'm too powerful.
in school. This video was partly inspired by an article from Iris, a young paraphile of color with their own bad experiences with a psychiatric institution in the US.
Because I'm retarded.
Bro, this guy's so fucking cringe.
Indeed.
I'm convinced they just tell us to get help because they don't want to admit they just want us dead. Nah, I'm not afraid to admit that. I saw a really sad post one time made by a map who had seek therapy and was reported. Yeah, because one of the duties of care is to report potentially dangerous behavior. Womp womp. Fucking client-patient confidentiality only goes so far. Was cut off by everyone and lost everything they had. So the post was basically a suicide note, which was difficult to read for me. I appreciate your videos, everything you talk about is very interesting, and I'm excited to see what else you post, as it can be hard to find people who actually know what they're talking about. Honestly, I've seen this sentiment a lot amongst antis in the furry community. Being a furry myself, to be clear, often when the terms zoos and pedo are used, they refer to contractors and abusers like... What? Oh my god, what's with this long parentheses? Fuck off. But I never stopped to think just how a paraphile would seek help. Honestly, good video. Bro. I think I've got like one more in me. Let's look at his map question prompts. Then I'm gonna take a break. Guys mentally raped me.
Hello. Today I will be answering the questions of the map questions.
Although I'm gonna go pee first.
Prompt by Lecter. Question 1. What is your age of attraction?
What is your age of attraction?
This is a weird one for me, because I'm honestly not sure I have one.
What?
I don't have frames of reference in my head for what, say, the average 13-year-old or the average 65-year-old looks like.
You don't need one? What? Oh my god. I have to have fucking body aches today, holy fuck. Oh.
What I do know is that I found people of all age groups whom I found attractive.
All age groups you found attractive? Pre-10s, hey? A little fucking baby? What about a fucking zygote?
Whether they fit stereotypical physical characteristics of those groups or not. Doesn't mean I don't have preferences, but even those tend to shift back and forth by the day. Yes, this includes babies. Yes, this
oh my god, yes, it includes babies. Oh my god.
Includes elderly. It may even include corpses, but I haven't devoted much thought to it.
May include corpses. Oh my fucking god. Bro, such a wretch.
Question 2. What map identities do you use? Ergo, pedophile, child lover, youth-oriented, etc.
God.
Simply using minor attracted person suffices for me. It's a label I use out of convenience, for it encompasses nepiophilia all the way to ephebophilia, although the latter extends a bit beyond the typical age of majority. It's a thought-provoking question, to be sure. I feel as though I haven't had much of a chance to think about what I am until recently.
What?
Question 3. How did you discover being a map?
God.
I'm not entirely certain. I think one day when I was lurking in the paraphile community, I thought about it and realized that on some occasions when I saw certain children in real life, it caused feelings of attraction in me, even back when I was a child myself.
Hi little toddler walking down the street in his swimsuit. Bro, such a fucking wretch. It wasn't until I looked at r/pedophile on Reddit or some bullshit. It's like, huh, yeah, I did think that little toddler was fucking fuckable. Bro. Oops, shit.
I grappled with this, thinking that it wasn't the children I was attracted to, but the physical characteristics. You know, like telling myself that I just like smooth faces or something, which is true.
God.
Then I thought,
hey, smooth skin. What are you, a fucking ghoul?
Even if that was the case, a map I am. For I found myself...
Sam I am. A map I am. Sam I am.
...attracted to characteristics exclusive to children, as they usually are.
Was his way to write Dr. Seuss book?
I was running out of excuses to avoid the label, and now, here I am.
You ran out
Incidentally,
of
this period of self-discovery very closely mirrored my experiences realizing I was bi and trans.
So you realized you were a map, trans, and bi all within like the same period? What? Oh, wait, you're bi? That means you're more attracted to more fucking children. You're not just attracted to like boys. You're attracted to little girls too? See? That puts you more of a risk of being a little fucking creep.
I need to emphasize, finding something attractive...
Okay, excuse me?
What?
I was just doing my coding.
Uh-huh.
And just... He's
bi, yes. Which means he's more open, he's open to little boys and little girls. Potentially.
Alright. Oh my god. Gross.
He has a larger target range.
Does not make someone a danger to them. Finding something attractive does not make someone a danger to them.
It potentially does. Being attracted to something does potentially make you a danger. Just depends on how you're willing to act.
Else, for example, homosexual women would be a danger to other women.
They're called lesbians, okay?
Question 4. Do you like being a map?
Do you like being a map?
Yes.
Why?
I feel neutral about the attraction itself. But I'm happy I have it because it's given me insight as to how our community is treated and misunderstood.
Being a map made me realize how fascist and fucking capitalism bad and whatnot.
This has the same energy as being a woman made me realize the patriarchy existed.
True.
Deliberately or otherwise.
Or also, being male made me realize that women suck. It's like the same energy.
Otherwise.
Like, oh no, you can continue. I'm just stuttering.
You're good. You're good.
It has helped me see the flaws in the logic of our oppression, and has given me a more personal incentive to fight for the paraphile community. I wouldn't trade my attraction for any other. I feel neutral about them all.
Good.
Question 5. Are you out to anyone in real life?
Oh.
No.
Oh, so you get the
Good.
stigmatization
Well, actually,
of it, but you haven't revealed it to anyone? Why is that? I thought you wanted to destigmatize. Seems a little slightly contradictory. Just a bit.
actually, please expose yourself.
Yeah, please do. I mean, you already
Do
have.
not expose yourself to children. That's not what I mean.
Yeah, expose your identity. Not your...
I live in an
cock.
extremely conservative environment. Few people even know I have LGBT characteristics. One of my closest friends, who is also a map, knows I'm doing activism for this community, but I haven't told them I'm a map myself.
So your map friends know you're doing fucking stuff about the map community, but they don't know you're a map? I feel like you doing activism is pretty clear that you're one of them, right? At least the vast majority, right? What?
I don't even get what the point is. Are you actually scared that other people like you are gonna think you're in the wrong?
Yeah, what? If your friend is also a map, why not tell them? You can be little
Also, the fact that they're
cretins
grouping
together.
up makes AoE a very effective weapon.
True.
Although, if they don't suspect it, I'd be shocked. I undertake my activism knowing full well that antis may dox me to my conservative environment, at which point I don't know what will happen to me.
Who cares?
But I know the risks. I've nothing to lose anymore.
You literally keep yourself hidden. What do you mean?
You have nothing to lose. Oh, you have to lose your anonymity.
Also,
bro must be like a
I do
chair
just want to
blob.
mention.
Uh-huh.
I want to put it out there.
Huh.
Any sort of like talk that I do of, oh, these people should be shot or anything like that. Don't actually go do that because first of all, you're ruining your life over a life that's just not worth it.
True.
And second of all, last thing we need is to just break out into open fucking conflict in any regard.
True. We just need to create wood chipper brigades. That's what we need. We need wood chipper brigades.
We more need to just expose these people.
FBI raid teams that like sneak in the middle of the night and just...
Because we have people who can actually do stuff for these people. So we should not go and become, extremists or anything. We should sit back, eat our Cheeto dust, and enjoy the show.
True.
We should do our part, expose these people, get these videos that are hiding in the crevices, get them out there in a way in which it doesn't really benefit the people. I'm talking, don't try to get the YouTube video really big. Bring it to social media like a bunch of people love to do. Other people can do that. I don't like social media. Watching YouTube's good enough for me. But that's Discord too, technically. But that should be our main goal. We shouldn't be going out of our way to harm these people. It's not our jobs to. It's not.
It'd be fun though.
Is to compile the information, network the information. That's what the internet does, right?
Question 6. Does being a map affect your general political or philosophical beliefs? Not directly, I don't think. I was already aligned with the paraphile community before realizing I was a map myself.
Why?
Question 7. Are you trans age?
Oh god.
I don't think so. Then again, I at different points also didn't think I was bi, trans, a map, etc. I do, however, feel as though I haven't properly
I identify as a babby.
Existed until recently.
Cringe.
I wonder if that kind of feeling ever ties into being trans age.
Wait, what?
I wonder if that kind of
Okay,
ever feel as though I have.
I got some more philosophical wisdom to spout here.
Free content for me. I'll take that. I'll take that.
You so put this in the form of a very short story. There once was a guy who sounded like he was in his 30s to 40s who realized that he not only liked children sexually, but liked all children sexually. And now he's on the same platform as us. Or sorry, as the subjects. It's a story. My bad.
Oh.
The same platform that I like to watch my cat videos. Or my super outdated vines because I'm old.
Yo.
Like, it's crazy to me that these videos exist and they have so little attention. Just so little any attention. You'd think there'd be some attention towards it, right?
Yeah.
Like if we really break it down to its roots right now, the biggest attention this video has right now is a bunch of people in that community, and then a person from the US talking to an Australian on a stream barely averaging probably
1
6
viewer.
or 7 total between the two. Like, don't we think that's kind of a problem?
Yes.
Like, this is definitely something you want to just put on Twitter with, hey, look at this shit. End to this guy. You know? Now, once again, I said you guys can do that. Last time I touched Twitter, I nearly had an aneurysm. Unironically, it may have actually been close to an aneurysm. My brain literally felt. Anyways, not going to go into that. So, I was not paying attention when this fucker mentioned what MAP stands for exactly. I get the overall gist. What's it stand for exactly? Do you know?
Minor attracted person.
Ah. Yep. It literally what I thought via context.
Okay, I just went onto a signed off account on YouTube. You don't need to have age verification to watch his videos.
Oh. Ooh.
Oof. I kind of want to check YouTube Kids as well.
It actually pisses me off to see the trans flag there. Not because I'm trans. It's because this person's been using mental disorder, sexuality, and
Now you can sign in and create a profile for each kid.
He's been using them as essentially like very micro ammunition, throwing them in there every once in a while, trying to really shoot shots that not many people can see. And it really pisses me off. The audacity of people. Like, why are there 27 likes? Why does it have 26? Also, I'm so sorry for your poor search history. The fact that that name ever had to touch your search history. Your sacrifice is not in vain. It probably is, knowing how shit goes, but all right, I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna let this actually play. I'll give my thoughts a bit later on.
Beep, beep, beep.
So I'm not stopping this every 20 seconds, every 10 seconds to spout like 10 minutes worth of bullshit. All right.
Haven't properly existed until recently. I wonder if that kind of feeling ever ties into being trans age.
Wait, I'll fucking let him manage him.
I do, however, feel as though I haven't properly existed until recently.
What? Oh my god. I've only just started existing.
I wonder if that kind of feeling ever ties into being trans age. Question 8. Are you map for map?
What?
I very rarely feel romantic attraction. But I think that at this point, one would at the very least need to be radically supportive of the paraphile community in order for me to feel comfortable dating them. If they were a map themselves, that's a good sign.
Oh god.
Question 9. Do you have any other non-normative identities, ergo queer or zoo?
Queer.
Do they play a less or more important role in your life than minor attraction? Queer, yes, I am bi and trans, specifically agender. I'm not sure whether or not they have a more important role in
agender? Which one's that? There's too many. I don't... Which one's that? No sense of being neither male nor female. Was nor some combination. Oh, so you're a blob?
my life. It was minor attraction that helped galvanize me into becoming an activist, but it was the former two that had a part in leading me here. If autism counts as a non-normative identity, which I'd say so, then it has by far the most important role in my life. I suspect I may also have ADHD and bipolar, but...
Do you also have Munchausen's, Lyme, fucking, I don't know, some other bullshit, anxiety, depression?
I lack the confidence to self-diagnose. Question 10. Favorite thing about your preferred age group?
Oh, God.
They're human. That happens to be my favorite animal.
Oh my god.
In all seriousness, I don't know how exactly to answer this question. Question 11. Are you crushing on any kid or teen right now?
Oh my god.
No. Not for lack of interaction. I spend a lot of time around them. I find lots of people attractive, but I very rarely crush on anyone. Such a thing may require me to know them on a deep personal level. Question 12.
You're so grotesque.
What's your dream date? I don't know. I'm sorry, I feel as though any answer I give here would be generic. Just... someone who shares enough of my values. My dream date doesn't exist, so I don't really feel all that picky. Question 13. Describe your ideal kid or teen.
Oh god.
This question disturbs me. Maybe it's the possessive phrasing?
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm not entitled to have any sort of mold in which I deem is the best a kid or teen can be.
It's what you find attractive.
I don't know. I like that they're
retard.
becoming more and more radical. I guess my ideal kid or teen is a leftist leader.
No, Dean Withers? You want to date Dean Withers?
If this question means my ideal kid or teen to date with or something, then none. I'm anti-contact.
Dean Withers?
With regards to fiction or fantasy? How about a smart, sweet, Futanari.
No way.
Question 14.
Bro,
Do
you
you
have
know
something
any
common with Synthetic Man. That's crazy.
children or teenagers you admire or look up to? Many of them, particularly marginalized ones who survive or fight against their oppression, including those in the paraphile community.
Oh my god. I look up to all paraphiles younger than me, and all Asians, Hispanics, and African Americans. Because they're all oppressed. So I look up to them because they deal with oppression every day. Shut up.
Question 15. Do you consider yourself a youth liberationist?
What?
This ties in neatly with the last question. Yes, I do.
What? Okay, if I'm spelling it wrong, I'm like, fuck. The domination of kids is a form of real-life slavery that goes all no. What? What is the meat for? A grassroots movement whose aim is to fight against ageism and the civil rights of young people. What? What is... Youth Liberation Movement advocates for equal rights, dignity, and treatment for and of the youth. Child adultism, the prejudice adults hold towards children and the youth, oppression of kids and teenagers, and the indignity children and teenagers are forced to endure. Adult supremacy, the oppressive system which upholds unequal treatment of children, teenagers, the youth, the system which places adults on a higher pedestal than the youth. Microaggressions and implicit bias which results in disregard and degradation of the youth. When a group of people have political, social, and or economical power over another group, it is referred to as a power dynamic. When this power dynamic is ignored and goes unacknowledged, it leads to harm. When this power dynamic is taken advantage of, it leads to oppression. What we tell kids or say about kids, that is considered acceptable or understandable. It's my money in my house, therefore what I say goes. Once they start earning, they can talk about their opinions. I'm spanking / slapping my child so that they can don't repeat their mistake. If kids aren't disciplined, they won't learn. Children aren't intellectually developed enough to understand reason or to be spoken to as an equal, so sometimes you need to discipline them physically. If we said the same thing to such about men to women who are homemakers, sexism and misogyny, wardens to prisoners, a violation of basic human rights, an adult to a child with intellectual disability, ableism. If adults spoke to other adults about what they can and can't do based on their financial state and or ability to earn, we call it capitalist oppressive. If a man did it to a woman, we call it patriarchal oppression. If abled people did it to disabled people or people with mental health issues, take away their autonomy and agency, it would be ableist oppression. When it comes to parenting, teaching, or any interaction with children, even the most liberal and left-wing adults tend to be ignorant of this power dynamic, or they outright take advantage of it. Bro. Nah. What? Oh my god. You believe in this? You're a fucking tard, bro. If a child is crying and sobbing loudly in public, and we see the parent with an annoyed expression, whom do we sympathize with, the parent or the child? If a child or teenager complains about that parent, whom do we defend? Whom do we stand with? If a child told you that their parents hurt them, but the adult told you the parent doesn't, and the child is just making excuses, whose word would you trust? What the fuck? Things that prove the existence of adult supremacy. The fact that intersex babies and children are operated on without their consent. The fact that autistic children, ADHD children, other neurodivergent children, queer children are and can be forced to undergo behavior therapy and or conversion therapy even when it's harmful for them. The fact that adults seem to have the right to verbally, physically, psychologically, and financially abuse children without society batting an eye because it's a private family matter. The fact that teachers can and do mistreat students, especially neurodivergent, disabled, and queer children in schools with impunity. Okay, definitely not true. The fact that school-related trauma is considered mental weakness or an excuse which children use to not go to school. True. The very existence of the diagnosis oppositional defiance disorder. Children do not need to be compliant or obedient. No adult should expect blind obedience from children as teenagers. The ties between adult supremacy and casteism / communism of adults wanting to birth their own children because they want to continue their bloodline, because they need their children to be truly theirs, or else what if they grow up to become uncultured or different? It shows ownership and molding children in their own image, stripping away individuality and agency. God, this is so cringe. Youngsters aren't allowed to question or have opinions on religion, politics, or any conflicting matters. Children aren't allowed to be exposed to anything that might taint them, which has been used to excuse censorship for ages. Teenagers who have consensual sex are attacked by parents and society through the misuse of POCSO Act, especially based on religion and caste. Kay Miller in 1968 wrote, "The principles of patriarchy appear to be twofold. Male shall dominate female, elder male shall dominate younger." No, I don't care about your opinion. What the fuck? People believe in this bullshit? Oh, written by Fantastic Feminism. 23, she, her, pronouns, not gender. Anarchy and libertarian. What the fuck? That's... Oh my god. You all have to be fucking mentally ill.
Children are among the most oppressed and exploited people on Earth. And part of the reason I am anti-contact is that I want to combat the means in which adults can exploit them.
Okay, bro.
Question 16. What songs do you associate with being a map?
Oh god.
I don't think I'm cultured enough to give a satisfactory answer. The thing is, the answer to me would have to be a song that could be applicable specifically to pedophile struggles. I'd be interested in hearing other people's answers. Question 17. Do you have any map headcanons?
What?
Yes, actually. I headcanon Ike and Soth from the Fire Emblem Tellius games as Ephebophiles. Though I can't explain why that is without divulging spoilers.
You're such a freak.
There also happens to be a manuscript that's been floating in my computer for 5 years, and in that manuscript there's a little girl who I headcanon as a map.
Ah!
The thing is that I'm the one who wrote the manuscript, and thus I'm the creator of this character. I didn't write her as a map at the time, but in retrospect it seems obvious to me that she is one.
Oh my god.
Maybe once I redraft, headcanon will become canon. The author ain't dead just yet.
Unfortunately.
Question 18. Do you watch children's cartoons or movies? What are your favorites?
I'm sorry?
I'm not certain why this question is here, but I will answer it anyway. Yes, I do watch children's cartoons. My all-time favorite is Gravity Falls.
No!
Others I really like are Avatar...
No! No! Stay away! Stay away! Oh god. No! I don't need the map stank.
By the way, I'm gonna be heading off because I'm getting like a pretty intense headache.
Fair.
You're welcome to suffer.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll probably
won't
watch
stream
the
much longer.
stream, or at least have it open, so I could at least still realize just how pathetic.
Did you hear my youth
I
liberation
don't even
shit?
want to call them any sort of creature because
That's too nice.
like
Ugh.
I find so many animals in this world to be cute. I think worms are cute.
You don't want to fuck them?
No. The fuck? And even if someone did, how the fuck's that work?
Shrink ray or enlargement ray? I guess. I don't know. Make a bigger worm. Well, I don't know. Maybe you get like a cotton tip thingy you can use to clean your ear. You just like kind of fuck with the worm. I don't know.
Well, anyways, I'll just give a little PSA to your chat.
Uh-huh.
If anyone plays Skyblock, you can always do your chocolate factory no matter what time of year it is.
Nice. Nice.
You're welcome. In your events tab.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Besides that, that's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll see people later.
Okay.
Sorry to anyone who got kind of annoyed at the
The noncery?
random spouting of bullshit.
Uh-huh.
But all right, I'll see you.
Bye.
Steven Universe and
Oh, of course you like Steven Universe. Of course. Of course.
Gumball. As for movies, I catch Disney stuff from time to time, but I rarely actively seek it out. Again, I don't know why this question's here, but it feels good to answer. Like, I get to talk about my special interests a little bit.
What?
I'm too focused on real life stuff in the pair community these days to really get into any of it.
Really?
Question 19. Are you a Kodakon?
A what?
Yes. I have fetishes for lollies, shotas, and non-binary equivalents. This was something I was certain of long before I knew I was a map.
What the fuck?
I'll make a video one day about whether or not I think lolicons are automatically maps, but the short answer is no. Question 20. What prompted you to join the map community? I was lurking in the pro shipper community for a long time before I came across the concept of paraphiles.
Of course.
I've already learned about some nuances about maps that make them distinct from the awful stereotype we're oft depicted as, so I was able to go down the pipeline.
Hey, stereotypes exist
There
for
was
a
also the
reason.
matter of one of my best friends confessing to me that they were a map, so I had a personal incentive to get involved. What galvanized me in becoming an activist was seeing several instances of young paraphiles attempting suicide, at which point I thought enough was enough. I've since learned that such a thing is far from an isolated incident.
This is about accessibility to mental health. Where does it talk about maps and paraphilia there?
Question 21. Do you have any map that you'd look up to as a role model or mentor? I don't think so. There are maps I deeply respect, but I'm not sure if they want me viewing them that way, seeing as how I haven't been active in the community for that long.
Oh my god.
As I'll discuss in question 23, I've changed enough in that time that those who I used to consider role models or mentors I no longer do, so I'll hold my horses.
What?
It's more like a try to learn from everyone, some more than others, but I'm not ready to single people out.
Why not? You don't send attention that way?
Question 22. Favorite map flag or symbol?
Oh god.
The Phebophile flag looks really cool, I suppose.
Did someone make that in fucking Word? What do the 3 lines represent? Anybody? What do the colors mean?
I like the MB Love
Color
symbol.
theory? Bro, that looks like a video game, like, I don't know, maybe like corruption debuff or effect?
If I'm allowed to include groups that happen to have maps, then my favorite is the X Anti-Pride flag.
X Anti-Pride flag?
Red for anger, love, and courage. Orange for confusion, transition, and community. Yellow for happiness, self-love, and acceptance. White for peace, balance, and reassurance. Question 23. How much did you change since you joined the community? I haven't been in it for that long, as I've said, and I've always been anti-contact. But what's changed for me is that I've developed a much more principled and logical anti-contact stance, independently from the visceral emotions that sustained it prior. I'll cover the specifics in a separate video. Question 24. Do you have favorite people here?
What?
Do I have to pick favorites?
Oh my god.
Or marginalized? I'm fearful of hurting anyone's feelings.
Oh my god. You're so fucking lame. I don't want to hurt anybody's fifis. What the fuck? Who cares?
Well, if I must, then I'll say that my favorite
shit.
people are the radical leftist anti-contacts.
Bro.
There is a certain highly
Hey, radical leftists. Do you accept this guy? Yeah?
principled,
Gonna help this guy bring down capitalism?
well-read, diligent, politically minded, outspoken young map named Iris in the community. I pale in comparison to them. They're not my answer to the role model or mentor question because we haven't known each other for long enough for me or them to make that call, and I don't know if they'd feel comfortable about that. But they're definitely one of my favorite people in the community. At any rate, I certainly haven't seen any anti do as much to combat child abuse as they have. Question 25. Would you like to meet anyone from the community in real life if you haven't yet? I'm shy. I think internet communications.
I'm shy. I'm just a loser wretch bed blob. That's I hide behind my fucking anime PFP.
Suffices. Not that I'd mind otherwise, but I don't feel too strongly about it. Question 26. If you could send some message to all maps right now, what would it be? Not sure what I could tell us that we haven't heard already. Just know that many of us are ex-antis, and that there will be more to come. No matter how oppressively hopeless things have gotten for us,
This is gonna convert a
we're
bunch of
still
people.
here. Question 27. What would you like to change in the map community? The further growth of the radical leftist sentimentality present, which seems to be happening as radical leftist sentimentality usually does. Question 28. What would
He's lumping you in, radical leftists. Eh?
you change in the world? The fall of the Imperial Core would be nice.
Oh my god.
Question 29. Do you miss anyone? I had a friend who died almost 2 years ago as a...
Oh my god, the change in tone. I had a friend who died. I've got the depression.
This writing.
Who cares?
I really miss them. Wonder what they think of me now.
They probably hate you.
Question 30. Answer any question you want or share something else. The next video I have planned is going to be a massive project, so I can't guarantee it will come into fruition. Until then, I'm grateful to Lecter for these questions. And I'm thankful to the community for being there for me. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. And that's just a theory. A paraphile theory. Yeah, thanks for showing me in this new video why you shouldn't be near play. Oh my god, yes. Holy fuck, we don't have like losers in the comments now. The flag. Ooh. The morgues. Keep him away from the morgues. Oh my god. The flag on your PP was a dead giveaway. Makes me immediately judge someone. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of lame, but Dude, a lot of my trans friends are against such disgusting actions. This really is a hot... Yo! Reported this channel. This is disgusting. I don't care if you're an anti-contact. You still shouldn't be around kids and teenagers. Also, what are your thoughts on ETP 445, Mini Lag, Chris Tyson, Colleen Ballinger, and Dr. Disrespect? No way, this is fucking real, bro. Are you a troll? Oof. What is that? I'm scared. Pause. Oh my god. Can animals consent? Can kids consent? Just curious. My bad, you answered one of them. Neither can consent. I know. I just want a view on this. Obviously you'd be... Oh no! Leave Nintendo out of it. Add FBI, Fed. Great taste in kid cartoons. Thank you. That's so beautiful. I love that flag. Never seen it before. Nope. Another Golf GF fan of Gravity Falls. Also, I think that child media question was because of possible awakenings from them or crushes, but I don't know. Cartoons are great though. Thanks. Uncanny amount of hate pedophiles get in the West has always weirded me out. As someone from Japan, I'm not even feeling bad about these pedo people for getting hated on so much, but seeing the way Westerner treats pedo like the worst thing in the universe, it's just weird to me. Japan, you still can't be open about being attracted to real 3D children. Not counting 2D lolly. People doesn't actively hate pedos, just treat them like every other criminals. Have to agree with the others. You like cartoons? Oof. Damn. Wait, this guy's a Twitter, right? No, does he not link it? He doesn't link it. Huh. Oh, my bad. Oh, what the fuck is that? See if I can find his name. Run dummy. Oh, okay, it's the same. Indigo Tech Autistic ML Parafile Radical Pro Shipper Video Maker 28. Compilation of harassment by aunties. I'd rather be a pedo than a landlord. Oh my god. Long live the people of Palestine. Long live the resistance fighters. Long live the revolution people everywhere. Oh my god. Friendly reminder that probably am. But I've been suffering from my bout of depression even before the recent attention I've gotten, so my output may be slowed. I'm being disabled means it gives me more time to do things, with probably less time to live to do them. Womp womp. Without profit motive, no one would be productive. Wikipedia editors, Minecraft players, open source coders, volunteer firefighters. I appealed YouTube for the removed videos, but they rejected in a matter of minutes. I better understand why my comrades encourage people to read theory if it means deprogramming bullshit that's been etched into us all our lives. Yo! Harmful opinions. This is where I found this guy. Fucking utter freak. Do you think USA will ever have worker-led revolution? I've been quite popular today. You're in pure evil, turn yourself into the police. You're a disgusting pervert and should be removed from YouTube. Huh? You're an actual monster. I'm not even a liberal. Holy fuck. God. Oh, shit. Accepted. Save. Not allowing kids any privacy is abusive. Social conservatism has no place in the communist movement. You want to be reactionary? Take up evangelical Christianity. What the fuck? Rogue sexuality and knuckles. What is that flag? Bro. Read some famous mistake. I agree that women's desire to shave and wear makeup are influenced by patriarchal beauty standards, but reject it as the only reason. Think critically. Why would one would prefer dressing like that? Same as why one would prefer red to blue. Try reading theory. Bad news is I'm getting distracted. Good news is I'm getting distracted by other pieces of theory. Oh my god. Bro. Don't forget these fires are being fought by prisoners. California literally voted against ending prison slavery last year. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? Jan 17 Fetish Day. Oh my god, it's a few days after my fucking birthday. Oh, that's today. Yo. Adult Baby Pride Day. Trans Age Pride Day. NB Lover. Little's Pride. Oh my fucking god. Total wretch freaks. Holy fuck. Damn. Wait. Oh my god. Damn. Fucking hell. I wonder what that's done to my feed. Okay, it hasn't fucked my feed up, I don't think. Oh my god. Well. Holy shit, that was nuts. A lot of freaks out there, eh? Not just losers like Pirate Software, but literal people that, if they had a chance, would probably harm a child if they knew they could get away with it. Probably like Anti-Contact because he believes he won't get away with it. But I bet if he could get away with it, he'd do it so fast. Oh, alright. But I think that's where I'm going to take a break for now. But next stream will be more relaxed. No freak tent tomorrow, probably. Probably just some gaming or something. We could do, finally go back to playing fucking Sly 2 Band of Thieves, which I've been meaning to play. Or maybe Marvel Rivals again. I don't know. We'll see. But it was lovely going through some great content, and thank you to Gwendolyn for hanging out for as long as you did. Ugh. But that's where we shall be ending for now. I know my stream fucked up there, so we got a decent chunk of content today. But anyway, good evening, good day, good afternoon, whatever. And bye.